Man, oh man. 49ers lose to the Bucs 30-19. Um, I think this game was lost when Fred Warner went down with the dislocated ankle. I mean, that just completely took the energy, just sucked the life um, out of this team when that happened. I will never understand why this team is as injured as it is year in and year out. You lost Nick Bosa, you know, sucks. He's not a replaceable player, but I think the 49ers had enough depth there to make it feasible. And now they just lost the backbone, arguably the best player on the entire team, in Fred Warner for the year. And, I remember when the Bosa injury happened, I brought up, you know, losing a guy like Fred Warner would really hurt this team, especially knowing that Nick Bosa's down. And what do you know, 3 weeks later, he goes down with a dislocated ankle, and he's going to be done for the year. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. It's unbelievable how this team loses this many players year in and year out. It happened last year. This year's different though. I mean, it's hitting almost every important player. It's hitting all the great players, and it did last year too. But to lose a guy like Nick Bosa and Fred Warner, um, in less than a month, it's gut wrenching. So prayers up to Fred Warner. 49ers defense is going to play and look a lot different with him not out there. You got to imagine they're going to officially activate Nick Martin for the first time all year to, provide depth there. But yeah, man, I think this game was lost when he went down. And the 49ers are not going to be nearly as good of a defense or as good as a defense as they were with Fred Warner. Clearly, I mean, that's obvious. Um, but yeah, now I'm very concerned about the defense. It's just, what do you do, man? Fred Warner is one of one. He's a Hall of Famer in the middle of his prime. Last year, he played the entire year with, um, a fracture in his foot. Dude never misses games. And the fact that it happened to a player like Fred Warner, yeah, there's no words. Just gutted. Just gutted. So that's that. Fred Warner done for the year, just like that. And like I said, man, I mean, I think when that injury happened, it just completely took all of the energy from the team. They battled, they made it competitive when Fred Warner left the game, but um, yeah, once that happened, they just simply had no chance. Mac Jones, bad in this game. Had 3 turnovers, 2 interceptions. He had the fumble as well. Um, he was bad. We need Purdy back. People that are saying, Mac Jones needs to continue to play and start for this team are out of their minds. I don't know how you number one, I don't know how that was even a conversation in the first place, but how the hell can it be now? And I get Purdy hasn't played the best this year either, but Purdy's played it in that Jacksonville game, still banged up. He obviously got hurt in the Seattle game. And I thought he was fine in the Seattle game. He did have a couple picks in the Seattle game, but I think for the most part he was pretty good against the Seahawks, especially knowing that he came back through that touchdown pass to Tongas to give the 49ers the win week one. Even giving his performances thus far this season, he's a very, he throws the ball downfield more accurately, more efficiently. I feel like he's a better processor than Mac Jones. He clearly has better mobility. He can extend plays. The 49ers need Brock Purdy back, and I really hope it's next week versus the Atlanta Falcons. But yeah, man, tough game. Turnovers not going to help you. I think it was going to be hard for the 49ers to win this game all in all before the game started. I mean, this was by far the toughest opponent that the Niners have faced all year. Um, Baker Mayfield's playing good. The Bucs were also banged up going into this game, but I think the difference is, man, like they're not missing nearly as many massive, impactful players like the 49ers are. Um, and they're playing good football. The 49ers had to fly across the country to Tampa to play in this game. It's going to be a tough game for them to win before the game even started. But then you lose Fred Warner. What do you do, man? Like, I was kind of checked out of this game when that happened. I'm not. I mean, how can you not be? It's Fred Warner. So prayers up to Fred. I just don't get it, man. I'm in awe of the luck of this team when it comes to injuries. It's absolutely freaking ridiculous. Kendrick Bourne, another strong performance, 5 catches for 142 yards, led the team. He was pretty good. He continues to kind of feed off or he this game fed off of what he did last Thursday versus the Rams. So that's good. Juwan Jennings was in a scuffle, not necessarily a scuffle, but pretty much a shouting match with Shanahan on the sideline because he wasn't getting targets. They go back and forth. They both get separated. Maybe the 49ers should trade Juwan Jennings and keep Kendrick Bourne around and maybe sign Kendrick Bourne following this year, to a bigger deal. I don't know. McCaffrey, pretty good in this game. Continues to just eat in the receiving game. He had 49ers got their first rushing touchdown of the year. But yeah, just a tough loss. Definitely concerned about the defense moving forward. I don't know how you simply cannot replace Fred Warner with anybody in the league. That's going to hurt the Niners. But again, we're going to find out maybe what a guy like Nick Martin can do to provide depth there. Not even sure who the next man up would be next to Fred Warner, but D. Winters is going to mature very quickly. I think D. Winters has played very well all year, but he's really going to have to take things to the next level. The 49ers are going to struggle defensively for the remainder of the year, and that's without a doubt. So, tough loss, on to Atlanta for week 7, Sunday night. Kittle should be back in that game. I would like to think Purdy's back in that game as well, but I don't know, man. Tough one. So, 49. I mean, look, this game wasn't, the most important thing in the world. I mean, like I said, I think going into this game, it was very hard for me to see any way that the Niners could win this game. It was hard for me to see any way that the Niners could beat the Rams as well. But crazy things happen. And, I think the 49ers down Fred Warner, they just didn't have hope after that. I mean, that's what it felt like to me. So, this game wasn't everything, though. I mean, the 49ers have won the most important games of the year, and that was, all 3 of the divisional games that they've played in so far. Ayuk should be coming back soon. Kittle, Pearsall was also out of this game. The 49ers, I'll be here for another hour talking about how many players they were missing in this game. But I think the offense can still have a lot of success. Especially when Purdy comes back. They're going to eventually get Ayuk back, hopefully by week 10. Kittle, Pearsall, Jennings was back in this game again. I mean, he didn't do much. He wasn't getting a lot of targets. It was pretty much a Kendrick Bourne day, and that's about it. Jake Tongas had 6 catches for 58 yards. He's actually, I think, played pretty well in place of Kittle for the most part. So he kind of continues to be a good weapon, good target for Mac Jones. But the fact of the matter is the 49ers need Brock Purdy back. They need Kittle back. Again, Ayuk's going to be coming back soon. Pearsall's going to be coming back. They can still have a very good offense this year, but I'll be interested to see, what they do defensively. They are in the market for a pass rusher. Diana Rossini reported that earlier this week. So um, they're definitely going to have to make a trade now, um, you know, for somebody. And I think they will. I think their biggest need right now is defensive line. But man, I mean, losing Fred Warner, you could argue that it's linebacker. I would definitely expect them to be trading for a couple of guys defensively, um, to try to figure out how the hell they're going to, um, be somewhat of a good defense moving forward. They're well coached by Saleh, so that gives me somewhat of hope. But the defense is going to struggle for the remainder of the year very badly now that Fred Warner's done. So tough loss again. This game wasn't everything. The 49ers are 4-2. They're going into next week to play, a Falcons team that they're better than. And you got to hope that Purdy's back and we get some reinforcements back. Hopefully they can pull out a win there, move on to 5-2, and then keep figuring out ways to be competitive, resilient, and figuring out ways to win. But yeah, man, gutted for Fred Warner. That's pretty much the only thing I can think about in this game. Everything else, to me, doesn't really matter. You lose a guy like Fred Warner, it's like losing half of your team. So yeah, tough loss. On to week 7 versus Atlanta. Obviously didn't make a preview video to this game. Had a lot of different things going on in the past week. But I feel like, this next upcoming week should be a little better, be able to put more videos out. Obviously usually I give the injury updates, following each game and whatnot. But yeah, a lot of different things going on personally the past week. So that's why I didn't upload a preview video to this game, or really any video this week. So plan on kind of getting back into things going into this next week. So, but yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts on this game in the comments down below. Tough loss. This game was lost to me when Warner went out, like I said. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. As always, go Niners. I will see you guys in the next one.